The big question of water on a thru hike, how to get it, what to do with it. Today, I am going to quench that question. Hi, if you're new to this channel, my name is Roadrunner, my name is Julianne, also known as Roadrunner, and in 2022 I thru-hiked the entire Appalachian Trail from Springer Mountain, Georgia to Katahdin, Maine. And today we will talk about water, which is I already said that we're going to talk about water, so let's do it. Let's talk about water. So before I get all the nature people, there are some people that say you do not have to filter the water when you're in the mountains. There is a small percentage of people that do not filter any water that they drink on a trail or in the mountains, and some of them survive it and some of them do have a big problem, and that's called giardia. And giardia is also called beaver fever, which is like, okay. Anywho, giardia is a parasite that can really wreck your system, and it does contribute to many thru hikers getting off trail. So I would recommend to filter the water, because like if you have the opportunity to filter it and if you have the opportunity to reduce the chance of getting off trail because of some parasite, then probably that would be a good idea. So I'm going to tell you what I did on my thru hike of the Appalachian Trail in particular. I used something called a Sawyer squeeze. So this is a filter. Now this filter is something that you can put on top of bottles or water bladders, and I'll show those in just a second. But one of the most important things about this is that you do not want this to freeze, right? And so when you are hiking and then camping, and if you know temperatures are going to be below freezing, you're going to want to take this filter and have it either in the bottom of your sleeping bag, close to your body, because you do want this to stay warm. If this freezes, you are going to be in trouble because it will stop working. It will break. There are little pipes in there. I don't know if you would call them pipes, and the water runs through it. And so when the temperatures freeze water, they will freeze the water in the pipes, and it will essentially just break all those pipes, and therefore it will break, right? So you don't want to freeze this, but this is the water filter that I used. It is called the Sawyer squeeze. When you have the Sawyer squeeze, you can put that on top of a water bottle or like a water bladder. And what I did is I had a water bottle, and I had one bottle that I marked with an X to just make sure that I always knew that was the dirty water bottle. And then I had another water bottle that is the clean water bottle. And so I would fill the dirty water bottle up with water and then just screw the Sawyer filter on top. And then you'll take the Sawyer filter and you transfer the water from the dirty water bottle into the freshwater bottle. And that's pretty much what I did. Is for the Appalachian Trail, I only needed 2-liter water bottles. I didn't need more. There is an abundance of water on the Appalachian Trail. Now I did do a thru hike of the Tahoe Rim Trail, and the water was not as abundant as it was on the Appalachian Trail. And so with that, I carried something else with me, which is a water bladder. I took the CNOC or CNOC water bladder with me, and you see those a lot on the Appalachian Trail too, because some people don't like the idea of taking the Sawyer filter or any filter and just like having it on top of a water bottle. They like to just have a bladder. This bladder can carry 2 liters of water, which is really nice. So for the Tahoe Rim Trail, I had my 2-liter water bottles as well as this 2-liter water bladder, so that I would have a capacity of carrying 4 liters with me. But on the Appalachian Trail, you really don't need that. I'm not saying to not bring water, because again, you should do what is best for you. If you like to drink a lot of water, then carry more with you. But the water is just so abundant on the Appalachian Trail that you really don't need more than 2 liters. But as I said, some people don't like to filter their water out of their bottle. What's really great about this bladder is that you can just take the Sawyer filter and you can screw it on top of this opening. Ooh, on top of this, and you can just filter from the water bladder, which is really great because I had some other water bladders and they have too big of an opening where you can't really screw the Sawyer filter on top of it. Now the Sawyer squeeze is what I used. The Sawyer squeeze also comes with these weird plastic bladders that you can take with you, but I just felt they were so weird, and I hear that they break very easily. So you can either bring that Sinnock water bladder, or there's also another filter, which is the Katadyn or Katadyn or Katadyn, I don't know, because it pretty much looks like Katadyn, but Katadyn. That's another filter, and the filter is attached to the water bladder. So a lot of people like to use this filter, and I don't know if you can see the little pipes right here where it really shows you what is a filter made of. I haven't used this yet. Somebody gave this to me, which is really great, but there's a big difference on how you clean the filters, and that's one of the reasons why I have been sticking to the Sawyer squeeze. The Sawyer squeeze filter comes with a lot of different tools, but you really don't need those tools at all on a through hike. So if you see, I have a top that I got from an actual smart water bottle, right? So I took this top and I put it on top of the filter for actual filtering. Now, when I want to clean my bottle, what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to take the filter and pour water from the other side to make sure that you take out all the dirt, and I'll show you. So normally the top is on here, but you can take this top, you can pop it instead of this way, you will pop it in like that, and then you can just go like, so now it's stuck to that. Now you're going to take clean water and you just fill it up, and then you'll screw it on top of the clean water bottle. And then what you're going to do is you're now going to take the clean water and squeeze the dirty water or the dirty particles out. So it's called back flushing, right? So that's what I do to clean my filter. That way I don't have to take with me some extraordinary water cleaning system. I just reverse flush, right? You just have to make sure that you clean the tip, because you did now attach it to maybe like some dirty water. So you just clean it, disinfect it, and then you can put it back on top. And so you ultimately don't really need to bring anything else with you. Now, one more thing that it is recommended to do is that every time you do actually filter dirty water, that afterwards you take the filter out and then you're just going to shake it and shake water out. What that's supposed to do is shake water out and take some of the dirt out as well. So that's a really good trick there. Now, with regard to the Katadyn Be-Free filter, this works a little bit differently. So what they say is you take the filter out and then you just swoosh it in water, as I will show you. So what they'll say is just to do this. And that's supposed to clean the filter. Now, I'm not saying that that doesn't clean the filter, but that's weird to me, and I'm not sure I trust it 100%, but if you do have the Be-Free filter and this has really worked and you haven't caught any Giardia, just leave some comments. That way I know that it works, because I have one, I just have been a little bit weary to use it. Now, if you're not into filters and you don't trust a filter, or for example, what if your filter breaks? What if your filter freezes? What if you're not sure that your filter is going to be in good shape? You do have an option of using water purification tablets. So these are two different brands. This one right here is asking you to keep the pills in there for 4 hours, and then this one says, I think like 30 minutes. So ultimately all you do is you take the dirty water, you put these purification tablets in there, you're gonna have to wait a while for them to do their job, and then you can drink the water. As I understand, sometimes the water doesn't taste good, it sometimes will taste like chlorine or just has a really strange taste when you use the pills. So I only keep those with me for emergency, in case my water filter does break, in case my water filter freezes, or I just feel like it has been compromised. So always carry water tablets with you, so that way you have a backup system. One more question is, how and where do you carry your water? I usually carry my water bottle and the filter on the back, and then I have my clean water bottle goes into my water bottle pouch right here in the front. That's because I find it easier just to get it in and out from there, rather than having to grab back here and trying to be able to be super flexible and get the water bottle out. Now there is a trick to it, which I'm going to show you, where you're essentially just going to lower your shoulder straps, and then you're able to get the water bottle much easier. But I didn't realize that until after the Appalachian Trail, and so now I'm a front pouch water bottle lover, water bottle holder lover. Well, for the Appalachian Trail, you have a really great solution, and that is called the Far Out app. That's an app that you have on your phone, and it will show you all the different waypoints, it will show you trailheads, it will show you campsites, but it will also show you where you can find water. There's going to be little icons that show you, is it a reliable water source, a seasonal water source, and then in addition to that, all the hikers are able to leave comments at different waypoints. So some people will even leave comments at a waypoint that is not a water-related source, and they'll tell you, hey, 0.2 miles from here, there is a really reliable water source. And so that is how you would find water on the Appalachian Trail, with regard to it being very easy. Otherwise, you're just gonna have to hike and find the next water source. Now, this works for a lot of the big hikes, such as the Pacific Crest Trail, the Tahoe Rim Trail, any kind of trail that is featured on the Far Out app. With regard to other trails, you might need to get maps that are particular for those particular trails. Nowadays, it's just really easy to find water. One more time to reassure you, the water is very abundant on the Appalachian Trail. Now, I did hike a little section back in October, and the water was not as abundant. So you need to make sure that when you're in through hiking season, you'll have a good amount of water. When you're out of through hiking season, you may or may not come across some really dry water sources, okay? So I hope this helped. I hope I covered everything when it comes to water. If not, do let me know. Thank you so much for all my subscribers. If you like this kind of content, please hit the subscribe and like button. That kind of stuff really helps out the channel. And for now, I'll see you next time.